Well, let's bring in now former AFP Detective Superintendent of Counterterrorism, David Craig. Thank you, David, for your time. Look, the Prime Minister claims he can't answer questions about when he found out about the caravan of explosives. He says it would compromise an investigation, despite Premier Chris Minns happily revealing he was briefed on January the 20th. Is there any accuracy to this claim that it would compromise operational matters?
Thanks, Shari. Look, I can answer that question coming from having been involved with or in charge of some of Australia's largest counterterrorism investigations. And I can tell you with some authority that there is no conceivable way that a date the Prime Minister was briefed would compromise any counterterrorism investigation. The content of that briefing may, but not the date of it.
So he's just hiding behind this because clearly there's a problematic answer. Either he wasn't briefed, as some media reports have suggested, and if that is the case, do you think it could possibly be because the agencies didn't trust him with that information?
I would hope that's not the case, Shari. I certainly know that the Sensitive Investigations Oversight Board of the AFP, which is chaired by a Deputy Commissioner, I know a lot of the people that sit around that board, and they would not in any circumstance have looked at a caravan laden with explosives outside Sydney with target addresses in it as not worthy of briefing up, unless they'd been told, I'm not interested, or only brief us on particular dates. This is a very significant matter. The AFP would have taken it extremely seriously, and I don't know really why the Prime Minister would be saying he can't reveal when he was briefed. Exactly.
100 officers assigned to investigating it. Now, David, Albanese and Penny Wong often speak about white supremacists and the threat of neo-Nazis, a very real threat. But you don't often hear them speaking about the threat of radical Islam. Why do they ignore one form of anti-Semitism?
As an investigator, Shari, as a detective, it's very hard for me to answer that with any logic at all. Absolutely, the hard right has been a threat to the Jewish community, and quite rightly, the government has taken some positive measures this week. That's brilliant. But what they need to do is do the same for the radical Islamic leaders that are promoting violence in our society. I would like to see the same proactive measures taken by this government that would promote the effective and proactive work of the police to bring those to justice that promote this evil hatred of the Jewish people.
When you have the Prime Minister not taking a strong enough leadership position on anti-Semitism, what message does that send to law enforcement, do you think?
Look, I think that there's a visible dichotomy between what has happened with the New South Wales Police and the strong leadership of Premier Minns. He has been forthright in saying that he wants to catch the bastards behind this. He's given a lot of impetus and a lot of firepower to the police for them to undertake their duties. Come to the federal side, and we're just seeing, as I said the other day, a spineless approach of it's okay, it's not such a big matter, and that sends a message to the police that, well, maybe this government's not so interested in this, so we can concentrate on other matters. But I can tell you now that there is no bigger matter to deal with now than anti-Semitism in Australia, and its escalation. It is escalating, and it will end up with a loss of life if we don't do something to arrest it.
100%. That's what we need to prevent. That's why we're fighting so hard against this. David Craig, really appreciate your time.